Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Esteemed Gentlemen's Podcast, the Podsack Podcast. To my left is Sheldon, to his left is Cooper, and I am one of three, Andre.
Should we change our podcast name again to the Esteemed Gentlemen Podcast? Because that sounded kind of dope.
No, we're not changing again. It's this.
Just hit that.
We're just going to keep changing every 4 months.
We'll just make a new channel called the Esteemed Gentlemen Channel.
And it'll just be
and we always have to wear suits.
And a top hat.
And a monocle.
And a cane.
And a glass of rum.
Wait, rum?
I don't know.
That's not gentlemanly.
Is it?
No.
No.
Brandy.
Scotch.
Brandy.
Brandy. Yeah, you can go.
Yeah.
Why did I say rum?
I don't, because you want to be a fucking, oh, damn. Oh, I caught myself.
Oh,
Caught myself.
pirate.
You want to be a pirate.
That's what yeah.
So
We're
close.
tripping. We're tripping
So
right
close.
now. We are.
He tripped, but he caught the trip.
He caught it. He got it. We're good.
It
We're
was
safe.
like, yeah. So everyone, how was thy week?
Week was good.
Yes, sir.
Week was good.
Yeah.
I worked and worked out.
Nice. Sheldon, I'm just kidding.
I watched Uzumaki and I've
Naruto?
caught up on Naruto. No, not Naruto. Junji Ito. I was watching that,
Naruto.
and I was also watching ReZero. And
Junji Ito's version of Naruto.
ReZero season 3. The first episode is 90 minutes. It's like an hour. It's a full hour 30.
Feels like it's been years.
Yeah, it has. It's been like I think it's been
Like
2
5 or 8 years.
No. Season
That's what it feels like.
no.
That has been a
Season 2 came out, I want to say like 2020. Maybe it was later than that. Maybe it was 2021. Something like that. It hasn't been that long.
I'll find out.
But yeah, they're pretty good. ReZero is just starting off. It's really building up to the main. It just built up to the main antagonist. It's been really fun. I've been really enjoying that. And then Uzumaki has kind of fallen off a cliff.
2020.
2020. Okay, so there you go. 2020.
So about 4 or 5.
So
4 years.
actually, it's been 4 years.
4 years.
4 years. Yeah, it has been a long time.
Sorry, the first half came out in 2020. The second half came out in 2021.
There you
so
go.
we're doing Attack on Titan. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
So this first episode was an hour 30. It was good. It's good. Second episode was also good, which
It was
just
an
aired.
hour 30?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The first episode was an hour
You
30.
didn't hear him say that like 3 times?
No,
I said it like
ignore
4.
him.
I see. If one of us does, the other one has to listen.
Exactly.
So clarify with me what you're gonna do.
So let me tell you again, Sheldon. Hour 30.
That's weird, man.
It was a full movie, dude. And I'm not going to lie. It's not even like they added a whole lot. It was just because they were establishing what had happened to almost every character and where they were going.
So it was a recap.
No.
Can you imagine an hour?
It was like
recap.
No, because the last season was kind of brutal, and like the way it ended off, it was kind of a little bit more abrupt. They left you with a lot of questions.
Okay.
So they were answering all of those questions that you had. Like what's going on? Where are they going? What happened? They're kind of doing a lot of callbacks and stuff like that.
The second season. The only thing I remember from the second season was like the cat turning into a giant monster and killing. Or was that the first season?
The cat
Spoiler.
turning into a giant monster. That might have
Whatever
been
the
first season.
familiar was
The familiar
that was hanging around with the girl, the main girl.
Amelia?
Yeah.
Oh, the familiar that was hanging out with I don't remember who that was. I know that like last season was all about how Amelia and what's his name? Subaru. Yes.
The car company.
The car
Did you
company.
watch this show, man?
Yeah, because it's been 4 years and I just watched an hour and a half
Was his
of it. It's
last
been a
name
while.
Impreza.
No, I get it wrong because Rem says it, or his actual name is Subaru, but then Ram calls him Surabu, just to mess with him.
okay.
So then I get it flipped sometimes. Sorry,
Ram, the blue-haired.
pink
doesn't
hair.
matter.
Doesn't matter though.
Okay, because I see those two in statue versions everywhere, and
Yes.
I'm like, where are they from?
Rem's the best girl. Rem is the. I'm not gonna say it because we're in the first 10 minutes. She's not very nice.
Are they popular characters?
Yes, they're two of
The twins.
Yeah, the twins that are part of the main cast.
Okay.
So it was about the hares, and it was about shoot. Now I'm forgetting. I know that because they killed the whale. They killed the whale in the second season, and then third season was about the the
sea
other
urchin.
animal, which was the hare.
Yeah.
There's like 4 of the death animals or whatever they're called. I can't remember.
Yeah.
So I need to go back and rewatch it. I do, but I will.
Okay.
But so far, so good.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But Uzumaki was not good.
Yeah, I've been hearing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Animation is terrible.
Yeah, it's taking a little bit of a dive.
I heard that the only reason why the animation is terrible is because they swapped studios and they cheaped out.
See, I heard a completely different statement.
After the first episode? That's a weird
I heard that the production company actually just got screwed over, and that's I think why it changed. So they had come out and said, yeah, like after the first episode, they kind of screwed our production over, and that's why we either had the option of just releasing the first episode or releasing all of it with all of the issues and whatever. So we could have either just scrapped all the project that we had just worked on and put a bunch of money into, or just like put it out. And they said we're just gonna put it out. So we're apparently gonna get 2 more episodes of hopefully not hot dog shit, but probably pretty close to there.
I have a feeling it'll be worse.
And I
So
wanted
just
to
dog shit. Not
I wanted to ask you guys, because like this is Adult Swim's second animation like in this year that has kind of fallen off a
what
cliff.
did they do before?
Ninja Kamui.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they did Ninja Kamui, and we saw what happened to that.
Right. Forgot about that.
It's kind of sad. I feel
I
like
still need to finish it. I'm gonna finish it. I am.
he says this every couple months. He says this. Like it was like way back.
Next pod, I will have finished it.
He won't.
He will.
I promise.
Yeah.
I promise. Next pod, I'll have finished it,
And if you haven't, you
and
can't.
I'll give you my final thoughts on
And
it.
if you haven't, then you can't be in the pod.
Deal.
You have to just sit on the couch.
He's just
Fine.
not gonna watch it.
Done.
You gave him a win-win opportunity, you dumbass.
Done. So that was your week, eh?
That was literally my week.
Nice.
Uzumaki and ReZero.
I watched a couple movies.
Okay.
Went and watched The Wild Robot.
How is that?
Good.
Is it actually
Good. I felt emotions.
Really?
Yeah. It was really good.
Because
Really
my
well
daughter
done.
wants to see it so
Y'all,
badly.
y'all should do a family movie thing.
Really? Okay.
I think you should.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if you got kids, y'all should go watch this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll definitely have to keep it in mind. Yeah, because she's like, it looks so good.
Yeah.
XYZ, blah, blah, blah.
What is it?
The Wild Robot. It's so it's kind of like set in.
Is it a Pixar film?
No, I think it's DreamWorks.
That's yeah.
Oh, it's
I think
DreamWorks.
it's DreamWorks.
Okay.
And it's kind of set in a dystopian future. A robot gets stranded.
Wally.
Yeah. Oh God, I can't.
It's a new
remember.
version of Wally's.
They call it they call her Roz. They call the robot Roz.
Mhm.
And essentially she gets stuck on this island and she learns the language of the animals. And she's a tasking robot. So
Okay.
without a task, she doesn't know what to do.
Don't we all?
And then she becomes a mother
To the animals?
to a baby chick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a baby duckling. A duckling.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
then-
at the first, when you said she's a task-oriented robot, I was like, yeah, this is just Wally.
Yeah.
And then you're like, she has a
It's kind of got a little bit Wally vibes.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
no, but the
um,
difference is like she takes on a more of a motherly
Mother
role.
role.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I would say just go watch it, man. It's a good film.
Okay.
I feel like it's a film that deserves to be watched in theaters.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah, 100%. I'm not gonna get into it because there's I
It's
don't
pretty
want to
new
I
still.
don't want to spoil.
Yeah.
But I think people should go watch that movie. It was really well done. Story was really good.
Excuse me.
It had the funny moments, the serious moments,
There.
the emotional moments for sure.
Okay.
Oh,
Sorry.
And like the way it ended just like tied everything together. So you don't there won't be a need for like a second one.
Just like a straight one-off.
Yeah.
Nice. I like that. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
unless they make enough money, they probably will do a second one realistically, but I don't think it's needed.
Fair enough.
And then I watched The Joker 2.
I heard that
You
one.
watched it.
I went to go watch it.
I heard that.
Wow.
I could be wrong.
I've heard it's like complete and utter, like the worst piece of cinema in the entire world.
Yes.
It's
I
been
think
wiped.
That's crazy.
So
yeah, no, that's what I've heard.
I think what it is people went into this movie expecting something.
expecting the first one.
Yes, and to add on to the second one more.
Yeah.
It's not what happened. I will say the music did not make sense because usually if you're gonna do a musical, the music helped tells the story.
That's-
In my opinion, I don't know if it did or not. I felt like it didn't need to be in there.
What I had heard was that they really focused in on Lady Gaga,
not necessarily.
and like
I mean, she was a big part of it.
she was a bit like, yeah.
You know what? Okay, I'm just gonna give spoilers because I doubt you guys will go watch this unless it comes to
Nope,
stream.
nobody's going to watch it.
Okay.
Promise you.
So Lady Gaga was definitely a perpetrator. Like what you get is a continuation from the first one. Are you planning to go?
You're
see
not
it?
watching it.
Okay.
You're not watching it.
No, why not?
Go watch it.
Okay, chill. Let me get through this because it's a bit much. It's a bit much. So it continues from the second one. He's in jail. He's back to being Arthur Fleck, not the Joker. Okay,
But has he kept kind of like?
No.
Oh, he just
not to this point because he's in jail, and they're trying to get him acquitted to be like put in a mental institute rather than being in jail.
Okay.
When he meets Harley or Lee is what they call her.
Lee?
They call her Lee. Yeah.
Okay.
She starts perpetuating the Joker within him.
So like, hey.
Yeah.
Oh,
and kind of just like encouraging it is what you get. And the singing is literally all in his head.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
It's all in his head. Now, with him and with the Joker persona like coming out more again and like he's getting back into it because every time he goes to sing, most of it is him in his Joker costume. So that Joker is coming out a little bit more.
Persona.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then what we get with that is him with the Joker, like the mentality of the Joker is like the world is a stage. Like he believes he is the greatest showman and everything he does is a show. Mm-hmm. And what I got from this Joker in particular, like both of them.
I have a quick question. I just know that, like, if I'm not mistaken, the lore of like.
No, shut up. No.
Let me talk first.
You need to do that more.
Yeah, like the lore of Harley and the Joker is like, she was Harleen Quinzel, like his.
Sure.
Yeah.
She's a psychiatrist.
Thank you, Jesus Christ. And then like
there's a bunch of different lore with them.
Okay, cool. Okay,
it's all kind of like mixed up.
Isn't there? It's different depending on which comics you're looking at, right?
There's like different origin stories. For how they meet, but primarily she is a psychiatrist.
Yeah,
and then she falls in love with him.
Yeah,
after like trying to work with him, and then there's other things where she's already admitted. And in this aspect, she was already admitted. But
okay,
you learn that she admitted herself. She was fine. Her parents are rich. She is a psychiatrist. All this stuff. But what I was trying to get to was like the Joker that they were trying to portray in this was the comedian. Like there's a comic book story called The Three Jokers, and there's literally three different Jokers. There's the crime boss, the criminal, who is like an organized crime boss, and like runs like drug trafficking while also trying to mess with Batman. There's the criminal who is literally the psycho, like just kills without thinking. He's super chaotic, right? And then you get the comedian who also messes with Batman, tries to like be a little bit more psychological, but he is a failed comedian that like went through, that has a dark history and a dark past. And that's what Todd Phillips' Joker is for this. That's what I'm getting from Arthur Fleck. He's the failed comedian. He is the comedian Joker. Like Heath Ledger was the
crime
was
lord?
the clown, and Jack Nicholson was the criminal.
That was deep.
Yeah. That's what I got from this. Anyways, going forward with this, trials start happening. He starts getting the persona, like the Joker persona is like now fully on. When we get to the end, the guards don't really like how he's getting more fame for being a crazy person. So they like three of them literally take him and they start beating him, and then they throw him on the floor, and then it kind of like fades to black, so they don't really show what happened. But the next day, when they're in the final court case, he's broken.
Oh yeah.
He admits to the jury, he's like, there is no Joker. It's just me, Arthur Fleck. He's like, I'm not what they say I am. I'm not no Joker. He's like, this is what they put on me. I'm just Arthur Fleck. And I killed 6 people.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he just like wants to go to prison for whatever reason.
He's not. No, he realizes he's not that guy.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting.
Like the Joker persona for him it pushed him because of the bullying and like how people treated him. But it was just him. He admitted to everybody it was him. So all his followers and stuff left. Explosion at the court building. He runs, escapes, meets Harley with her haircut, and she's like, I wanted the fantasy of the Joker, not you.
Oh.
And then she walks away. He gets taken back to jail. Guards say he has a visitor. He walks off. Some kid follows him. He's like, hey, I've got a joke for you. Tells the joke, stabs him in the gut, like shivs him multiple times. Arthur dies, and then you see this kid like cut his smile into his mouth. Yeah. Well, it doesn't show it explicitly. It's in the background, blurred out, but you see him take the knife and he's like carving his shit. So like, it's. I thought it was a good movie. It could have done without the musical. I give it a 6.5 because of the music stuff, because I don't know how it really tied in, but it was just him being a great showman. It's got layers. I think what people were expecting was for Joaquin Phoenix to be more Joker-esque and really come into it all. But
like maybe throughout the film he escapes and then just like becomes the Joker.
But at the same time, you look at this character, he's an idiot. There's no way this dude can plan things and be the Joker. Like not at all.
Joker was always like, if I'm not mistaken, like a step ahead of Batman.
Not necessarily. He liked to mess with Batman.
Yeah, he was smart.
Like it was like a back and forth.
I think that's where you're gonna lose a lot of your audience, because that's
even in the first one, this dude didn't plan anything out. It was all reactionary.
No, it was all reactionary, but I think the hope was, okay, this was a really cool backstory to, like, a really cool origin story for a villain. I mean, it was very weird and incel-esque, but it was very I don't know. It was a cool movie. And I think they wanted to see that progression into what we know as the Joker, because when you start introducing someone like Harley Quinn, and when you start introducing these characters that are that already have like a pretty interesting backstory that you can pull from, you don't really need to go and make your own lane. They could have done what they kind of did with the first one, and kind of just continuing on, no musical, just bring him to be what the Joker was. But also, it didn't need a sequel. This movie did not need a sequel.
A lot of people are saying that realistically, but like, I mean, when you make that much money and your budget was like what, 50 million, like you're gonna be getting a sequel at that point.
I mean, fair, but like if you're just gonna go and, I mean, it's, at this point people like are just review bombing it. You're putting basically dirt on the name of now the production company, the director.
Like Joaquin Phoenix got paid 20 million. Lady Gaga got paid 12 million. They don't care.
Phoenix is fine. Everyone loves Joaquin Phoenix. Nobody cares about that. They're gonna put dirt on the director. First off, whoever directed it, I don't know. Todd Phillips. Yes. And he did the first one. But now, like, people are gonna have more of a disdain for that, I feel like.
I mean, probably. I just think people were expecting something different, and that's not what they got. I think if you take away the music aspect, like, it's still a good movie, but it portrays the idea that Joker was an ideal, not a person.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Other than that, that was. Oh, and I went to go watch the Cirque du Soleil in Vancouver.
Nice.
Holy
How was that?
Shit, what else did you
I
do?
don't understand. It made no sense to me.
Did you watch it? I went last year. It was pretty cool.
This one was called Echoes.
Okay.
Apparently, it was supposed to be about a girl looking into like paths into the future.
Oh, you're talking about the actual story of Cirque du Soleil that they put on? Oh, that shit's dumb as hell. Sorry. I thought we were talking about the cool aspects only, because yeah, the story's
No, there were some
dumb.
cool flips and stuff, but like there was things that just didn't make sense. Like they had people in boxes running around, which made no sense.
Yeah.
They had a juggling act that was like 10, 15 minutes long, which also made no sense. I was like, why is the juggling act like 10, 15 minutes?
That's a long time.
Yeah, for a juggling act.
That's a long time.
Yeah, like the story that they craft is it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like it's never. I don't feel like I've ever went and been happy with the story. I'm just like, I walk out of there
like a lot of individual performances rather than group things together.
Yeah, that's what a lot of it is, and that's how it usually goes.
Yeah, but other than that, that was like my week. Yeah, it was fun.
Sounds very eventful.
It was.
Wow.
Yeah.
What about you?
Nothing. Ours were better. Let's go.
Yeah, no, essentially. What else? What? I don't think I did a whole.
He's like, I'm stuck now. It's like what comparison?
He's like, my week is shit. God damn it.
I've been really in the mindset of just like
Disciplining your children.
no. How can I explain this? I guess just kind of like focusing a lot on my content.
Nice.
Because like I did some digging on my end of YouTube, and I've learned that like with my content, YouTube, like no one is looking up my stuff. YouTube is just organically pushing it out.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how
the algorithm works.
That's how the
Yeah,
algorithm
but like
works.
it's just like
Do you have a schedule for it?
yeah,
There you go.
yeah, and like it's just like I've just like seen like
You're consistent. You keep putting out like videos on a regular.
Yeah.
And your shorts.
yeah,
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
yeah, and like it's just I guess now seeing the chart and just seeing
They call it organic growth.
yeah, and like seeing I guess the charts and everything, I'm just like, oh, okay, so I clearly am doing something right. So I've just been in this mindset of like I have a goal by the end of the year, how many subs I want, and I'm kind of like just locked in on that.
Nice.
Yeah, if you just dedicate yourself to it and really just like post consistently,
Yeah.
you're gonna get a following. Like as long as you're a consistent poster and you just keep going on and on and on about it, you don't stop. Imagine every video as like a sub in a sense.
Yeah.
Like if you think of it that way, it's like, okay, so I need to make 300 videos to make 300 subs, and then once I make 300 subs, maybe that exponent of video to sub ratio will increase, and one video becomes 2 subs now. So now you just
And all it takes
continue
is
it like
just
that.
like one video a week, and that's it.
That's it.
That's all I do. And
Yeah.
then just some shorts just to kind of sprinkle on there.
Yeah.
go.
Like one video a week is not hard.
No, it's not. It's not hard at all.
It seems daunting, but when you do it, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it's not bad once you
So-
just start doing it, right?
But yeah, I've just been like very concentrated on like growing and just seeing my potential because like I'm proud of my thank you because like
What have you been doing with your life, loser?
Working.
holy
Furthering my career, thank you very much.
Shut up, union boy. Basically, do nothing. You get paid.
That's the best part.
I'm just bugging.
Would you not? You don't want to do nothing to get paid?
That'd be nice.
It would be nice, wouldn't it?
it would.
You know what I did on Friday? Don't tell nobody, but I was smoking weed at work.
Fired.
Legal.
Fired.
Legal.
Fired. Anyway,
And then I might also have some more video editing clients.
nice.
So yeah, so
Did you apply to Pokemon?
Pokemon.
Whatever her name is.
Did he just say
Pokemon?
Pokemon? Yo, Pokemon. Let's go.
This was very big for me, but I wrote a very professional sounding email and sent it off to a company. And I was like, hey, look,
What company? Are you allowed to say? Do you not want to say?
I can. So it's a company that makes accessories for Steam Decks and the Rogue Ally, just like handheld PCs. It's called JSOX. And I just basically look, I am a content creator here in Vancouver. My YouTube has been steadily growing. I am a Steam Deck handheld kind of content creator. This is my YouTube page. I have purchased some of your things. This is the list that I have in mind for upcoming things I want to purchase. Let's work together and just fucking send that off.
Nice.
And the worst thing
Solid.
that can happen is no, and I go, cool, no worries, and keep going.
And then you make that for another brand and another brand and another brand. And then
Another one.
Another one.
you send it off to like 100. And if you get 2 back,
Yeah,
that's
I
still
think,
2.
I think it was the conversation that I either had with you or with Jane or both, and just like how you
Yeah.
said that like she would just like send like 100 and like 2 would get back, and it's
Well-
just like if you never send it, you're not really gonna know.
Exactly.
So,
They might reach out, but the chances of them reaching out are lower than you reaching out.
yeah. So this week I've just been in my office, just kind of working on my craft, and that's
Nice
it.
shit.
Yeah, but I might take the family to the wild robot because that
Should.
sounds good.
It is.
But enough about us. Let's get into some
Get into some goddamn
Bleach,
anime.
Bleach.
Anime time.
goddamn anime.
Okay, we're starting with Bleach because Bleach was sick today. It's only gonna get sicker from here. Oh God.
The music in this episode was especially like
Throwback.
very,
Was a nice call.
very. It was
We were
ethereal.
talking about it and we were saying that we're coming into like the last half. So we are starting the last half of the 1,000-Year Blood War. We only have one more part after this, and then it's done. We are
It's done.
so close to the end, but they keep pumping
Then I
out
fall back
quality
in depression.
content.
No more Bleach.
Yes, no shit. man.
Oh man,
I don't know. I think after all this was done, I'm gonna watch it straight through
yeah.
in the order that it's supposed to be watched in.
God, that'd be so nice.
Yeah.
Just so like And not only that, but just like watch the animation and characters just progressively get better.
Yes.
That'd be so nice to do.
Like, I'll be honest, like, because I've watched like Naruto a few times over now. I've watched like Full Metal. I've never went back to rewatch Bleach over and over because it ended at such an abrupt point. It was depression. Like,
it was anime depression.
It was anime depression.
Yeah, it was.
So like,
and if you're wondering what anime depression is, it's when you're involved in a show and it just stops, and you're like, "Well, my life is over."
like Hunter x Hunter,
Literally,
like Hunter x Hunter.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm like, oh god, this episode. Okay, who wants to take this? Who wants to start?
it was good.
I know you want to start it.
God
Just
damn.
do it, dude.
Oh my god,
I feel like you're edging yourself. By just
Yeah, you're about to bust.
Talk about it.
You're about to bust all over your laptop.
oh god. So
Wait, before you talk, I just want a quick Cooper. Like, we started the pod. You ended Bleach the day of. As just like a new fan, how have you come to like? Where would you rank Bleach now?
Top 3.
Okay,
Top
there's
3.
your answer.
fair, cool.
There's your answer.
It's a top 3, bro. Like, come on. Like, you're gonna watch this and tell me, like,
From the very first episode to the culmination of now, like you would still say like it's been great.
well, the thing is, it was really good as like its original part. I mean, bar the filler, right? Like, we're obviously talking about canon story. Like, canon story is really good.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing if you go back to any anime. Look at Naruto. You can't say Naruto is great. It has 500 episodes of filler. This has only 150. It's less filler.
Yeah.
Right? And it's more quality content. And the quality content that you do get is really good. Then we get to the Fullbringer arc. That is a really good arc. At that point, you're looking at a very solid arc of anime. Now, it wasn't anything exponential. It wasn't anything grand, but it was cool because the animation was really well done. And then
we get to hear.
we get here.
Yeah.
And this is perfection. There's nothing I can't say. Like, I can say, I told you before the pod, we could just sit here and suck Bleach's dick for the entire pod.
Yeah.
We really can, because it's so good that there's nothing, like, in the 1,000-Year Blood War, it's perfect. Like, I would say
It's perfect.
overall, it's perfect.
Right to the
You screwed up.
last
Just stop
minute detail.
Stop it.
Yeah, I'd say like season 2, even though I think personally season 2 was less enjoyable than season 1. I don't think it's like leaps and bounds or anything. I just think it's like, maybe instead of giving it a 10 out of 10, I give it a 9.5. But so far, I'm a 10 out of 10 for part 3. So it's like, it's perfect or near perfect. And that's why it has to be a top 3 for me.
Fair.
Let's get into it.
Yes,
Let's start
sir,
talking about
please.
what we think
do
about
it.
it, because
Yes.
we've been doing that for a while. I mean, people know what we think about Bleach, so let's not worry about
Let's
that
get
anymore.
it. Let's get it.
Squad 14 shows up to the Soul King's kingdom where Yawak stabbed through him. Squad 14, I call them Squad 14 because they are Squad 14.
Sure.
Oh, I get it. I was like, who? And then I'm like, oh, wait.
Yeah, Ichigo in the game.
That's very clever.
Thank you.
That's very clever.
Thank you. They technically are a squad.
Did you come up with that
I did.
yourself?
I did. Yes.
all by yourself.
All by
I'm
myself.
so proud of you.
Very
it.
clever.
Yeah. Ichigo's like, we're here to stop you. Yawak's like, you can try. I was like, yes, it's fine. Let's go. And then the best battle ensues. Well, one of the best battles anyway.
And me and Sheldon, this wasn't in the manga.
No, actually, we should go back because it started weird. It started with like,
Yawak in a pool.
and the Soul King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of
Who
showing.
we have a name for.
What did they call him again? I can't remember.
ANYLDOSE. Right? Aneldos?
No. It was like something. I can't remember.
That actually sounds
It's
all right. Like Aodos. Like it's not Rio.
No.
Yeah, it's like Aodos or
Yeah.
some weirdness. Like if
Let
you
me-
want to look
let
that
me
up.
You
find it
said
Or
it, and I can't recall. But yeah, Squad 14 shows up. Ichigo is basically like, look, time to die.
Yep.
And we get a very, very nice fight.
Oh my god, the visuals on this were sick.
God.
They went him and
Him and Yawak.
Yawak, dude.
Right.
It was gold and blue, like gold versus azure. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Like
I like how you said Azure.
yeah. I mean, that's what it is, son.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
It was.
They were just going at it, like sword swinging, Freaking Yawok trying to punch, energy blast
the
at me.
flying too.
The way he said Getsuga Tensho, just like whispered in his ear and just
the sensuality.
oh
of
my
it.
god.
Because it wasn't like the raw scream. It was just like a simple Getsuga Tensho. And y'all was like, wait, what? And bro just hit him. And then we get a fucking Getsuga Jushiro. That like giant one.
Yes.
And then like that one shot of Ichigo standing like kind of like where the blast is like this. And he's right in the middle. And he's just like being overshadowed by, oh God. Oh God.
It was prophetic almost.
It was the aura this show brings is very high.
Yeah, people don't understand. I feel like people look at Bleach and think of it as lesser because it got canceled.
Yeah.
You know, but like this like One Piece came out before Bleach did, and it was slow to take off.
It was
slow to take off.
It was a slow burn.
That's what I think anyway. Like it was selling, and then Naruto came about, and then Bleach came, and Bleach just like skyrocketed.
Yeah.
It led both of them. It like the other two didn't really come close to what Bleach did.
Mm-hmm. I think nowadays they're all kind of in the same ballpark.
I feel like people don't give Bleach the credit it deserves, to be honest.
No. But I personally feel like we like the big three are all like now in the same realm of like we have established like dominance.
Yeah. But yeah, we get the fight with Ichigo and Yawok. Ichigo standing over him. Yawok's just like, I've not used my real power against you.
He's like, all right, fine, goddamn, because he gets just nuked, thrown to the ground after he gets hit by Ichigo's new power, and he's like, all right, bet.
My eyes have not awoken yet.
Yeah, and then just opens his freaking Sharingan.
The way he like comes up too,
he does the
like,
Undertaker.
Yeah,
he does the old like Undertaker,
literally like the Undertaker's.
Yeah.
And then his eyes, the three eyes, the irises pop out.
Yeah.
In his eyeballs.
It's like this,
and it just he lets it rip against.
Yeah,
Ichigo.
bro just opens the faucet,
Beats the shit out of him. Beats
the shit out of Ichigo.
It's like literally. Since it's his grandfather, he's disciplining him.
Oh yeah,
like, like he's like, your parents didn't do a good job.
No, yeah. Ichigo is like, you can kind of see they're on like a bit of a par, and then when Ichigo hits him with the new power, it's like, oh, and then Yawok is like, and then Ichigo just gets throttled.
Yeah,
for sure.
And then we get a little bit cuts to like Urahara setting up in the what Kutsugiri's like lab.
Yeah.
You know, they're setting up, trying to get ready to go to the.
We get shots of like everywhere.
A little bit. Yeah. Like Renji
little
and
tidbits.
Rukia shows up and they meet with Soifon and her lieutenant.
Yeah. Because whilst there's fighting up above, kind of like the Serite is like having tremors, and they're all like, what the hell's happening up there? Mm-hmm. So
showed off Baz B and like the zombie girls.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're looking up, they're wondering what's going on.
Yeah.
But they're kind of talking about how like it should be fine because Squad Zero's up there. Like,
yeah, Squad Zero's doing the thing.
Yeah, they're like Soul King should be okay for now. Go back to more fighting a little bit, and then Ichigo just gets laid out. Yawok's like pretty much has this whole monologue saying like, you can't stop this.
Yeah,
like,
I can fucking see everything. Like I saw the day you awaken your powers because I knew this would happen essentially. And then we get Yorichi doing a move.
Doing some magic.
But then it just gets he's like,
nope, it doesn't exist.
And then the curtain that I guess he put up for the Soul King drops, and everyone's like, oh, the sword is in him. Oh my god.
Yeah, did you notice like his crystal went from like blue to red?
Oh yeah. Like
it's ominous he's gonna die.
Oh yeah, right.
100%.
It's like a super foreshadow.
Then Ichigo goes and jumps towards the sword.
Yeah, and he starts to pull it out.
Like a flash, he's like on the sword, and he's like,
he's like,
get it out of Granddaddy.
Like, yes,
do it.
This is exactly what I wanted you to do.
Sword out, dog.
Yeah, do it.
He's like,
do it.
This is your destiny.
Yeah, and he takes it out, and immediately we get like the Stern Rider stitching.
Something.
Yeah,
their power, the blue power.
And then Yawok basically hits him with like the Emperor.
It's his Quincy blood.
Yeah, and he's like, good, Ichigo, good. I've waited for this moment.
And he literally explained like his like the Quincy blood hates the Soul King.
Yeah.
So
he's like, no matter what you do, there's a little bit of you that will always hate this dude.
Yes. Yeah. Even if it's not by choice, like your Quincy blood will be angry against the Soul King and will take action against him.
Yeah.
Especially since he held his sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
then
then
Yawok said,
and then he hits him with "So Ichigo, go ahead and destroy the Soul Society." And Ichigo
Soul
goes,
King.
"Fuck yeah!" And he hits the crystal, and all of us are like, "Oh my god!" And Yawok's like, "I waited for a human, hollow, full bringer."
Quincy.
Fucking Quincy hits him with all the things Ichigo is, and he's like,
Yeah, he said, what did he say exactly? He was like the one who walks with humans,
humans, hollows, Quincy's, full bringers,
and Soul Reapers.
He's like, you were the only person
that could have done this.
that could have done what you were about to do.
Yeah.
And it cuts to Ichigo cutting the fucking crystal, and it drops, and everyone's like, well, we're dead. We're dead.
Yeah, the faces on Orihime and like Gonju and like the other guys were
And
just
Chad are just, everyone's like, oh my
they
god.
were so dumbfounded. Like,
Everyone's like, oh my
why did he
Yeah.
do
they're like,
it?
wait, we lost?
Yeah.
Hey, yo, we're
Ichigo's
losing?
face too, and like I thought about too, like Yawok technically has beaten Ichigo, not physically, but like mentally. He at that moment he broke him.
Adinius is his name.
What is it?
You
Adonis.
found it. I don't know how you found it. I was looking everywhere
So
online.
that was a kind of a revelation. Is like he literally said Ryo's. We all this whole time it was like we thought it was Ryo.
Yeah.
And Taikubo in this anime was like, no, this is his name.
Like,
is his name?
actually, yeah.
Adonius.
Adonis.
Adonius is what his name is. Yeah.
It was his name because now he's fucking dead.
I was gonna say Adonis because I was thinking it was Adonis, but that
Yeah.
makes way more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have the Soul King's name, which is a revelation and a half, because like Sheldon said, we always thought it was
Ryo.
forever.
Yeah.
And then when I remember too, when Yawok said it, all of us were like, what is that? Hey, you can't do that.
Yeah, it was quite
Yeah,
surprising,
yeah.
man. It was quite surprising.
But
So
yeah, Ichigo chops the crystal and just falls and goes, oh my god.
he can't believe what he did.
He was like, oh my
Literally.
god. Yeah. And
Yeah.
then like we see we go back to Urahara. The whole freaking Sarate is like society is shaking, and he's like basically Hueco, the earth, and everywhere is just gonna
Yeah, and he's like, "What the hell, Squad Zero doing? This could only mean like Soul King is dead."
yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but like Ukitaka is just like, "What's going on?" He's got he's got a serious look on his face,
Yeah.
and he's healing her Zenpachi. Oh my god, I'm too
Zenpachi?
Okay, Zenpachi, Kenpachi. I'm too excited. I'm too
There's too
excited.
many words.
His healing is all about to-
My
I mean,
brain is
exactly.
going faster than my mouth is right now. That's how excited I am to talk about Bleach.
We were like, could Ukitake always heal? We just have never seen
again.
it.
I didn't think so.
I mean, like for the most part, he hasn't really been featured using any powers in general.
We've
Yeah.
seen
So
his, was it Shikai?
Yeah.
Two
we've
swords?
seen his
Yeah.
Shikai, but we
That's
just
about
have
it.
that's about it. We don't know anything else about him. We don't know
No.
if he uses like I feel like everyone kind of has their own thing,
Yeah.
right? And Ukitake might be just somebody. He always seemed like more of a friendlier person. Maybe it's just because of his
he's got that
his
sickness
demeanor.
for what? Like he's got too much. What do they say? Too much Ryatsu.
Yeah.
So it's like Ryatsu poisoning almost.
yeah.
You know, and so that's why he's always
He's
sick.
just too good.
Yeah, he's just too good.
God.
I
He's
mean,
born with too much power.
and then there's a specific screenshot of him like staring up with his look on his face. And,
Yeah.
and we were like, we know what has to happen.
Ukitaka's about to pop off, son.
You may have seen him in like the background.
don't. Shh.
I'm just saying.
Don't,
Like,
don't say it. It'll
okay,
trigger him.
Fair,
remember.
fair.
Don't do it. So
I'm
wait
very
for the next
excited.
episode.
I'm very, very, very excited because this show it's so good from front to back. I'm very excited to see where it goes. I mean, at the end of this episode, we just see like all the characters, kind of what's going on with all the different characters around the Sarate, and it would. I'm just excited to see what happens next.
Yeah,
like
dude.
where is this gonna go? They
Yeah,
left us on
and
such
if-
a big cliffhanger.
If anyone hasn't seen, they have also, excuse me, released the 20th anniversary trailer, and it's this style and a lot of iconic fights with Ichigo, and it was so just cool, especially as a fan from day one. It was really cool to kind of just like for a brief second relive those moments in this art style. It was cool. I don't know if they're teasing something or just being like, like happy 20 years to Bleach, but like it was really cool as a fan to just kind of see those moments.
I think it was. I mean, they did that with Naruto too.
Yeah.
And people were like, "Oh, they're gonna bring back like they're gonna redo Naruto in this style, but
Yeah.
never happened. So
Yeah. I don't think I will.
Would I rewatch it? I mean, just hit me with it at this point, right?
I mean, maybe it's gonna come to the point where the anime community is gonna be getting a little stale because nothing crazy is coming out, and they're gonna be like, hey, well, they're already doing it with One Piece. They're redoing One Piece with Wit Studio.
Very true.
Why wouldn't they redo the big three?
I mean,
Redo Naruto, redo Bleach.
the rumor of the Naruto remake with just the certain episodes has been floating around forever.
Yeah, it has.
And now the
You know what I think? I think One Piece with Wit Studios is going to be the test.
Yeah, it will be.
If One Piece with Wit Studios does really well, they're going to look at this and be like,
they'll agree
we
with the other two.
can redo the other two.
The thing is-
100%.
The thing is, it is gonna pop off because of how big One Piece is. and
I
how-
will watch the Wit Studio.
I will
one
watch
because
the one
I will
with
too.
Studio
It's
One.
so much more shorter now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think it's going to be worth watching.
Yeah, 100%. And if I'm really into it, maybe it will get me on board to actually watch the mainline show. But the thing is, I just, with the daunting amount of
I know there's some people that are
it's
going
like
to watch this and be like, oh, fucking fake fans and shit.
Yeah, probably.
big fans
Shut
of
up.
what? Big fans of One Piece?
I
I'm not
was
a fan
there
of
when
One
it
Piece.
first arose. Okay, I
One
know
Piece,
what it's all
One
about.
Piece, dog shit.
You can't say
at
that
me.
without watching it. You can't say that without watching.
No, but that's what One Piece fans will say about Bleach because they've been review bombing the first episode of the third part.
Yeah.
So I'm allowed
I
to
mean, they
slap
could
back.
try, but
That's my D.
on IMDb, it was that week when the first episode came out.
It was like 9.8.
for all anime. It was
Yeah.
like it got like a 9.7.
Yeah. It was no,
Yeah.
but now I think it's at 9.3 because it was review bombed by AOT fans.
What a bunch of
One
haters.
Piece
AOT
fans.
What a bunch
Yeah,
of
that's what I was reading, but I know One Piece, and I think it might have been like AOT fans. I don't know.
interesting.
They were because they don't want Bleach to be number one, but it is. You can't fight it. I'm sorry. It's just better.
Yeah.
Sorry to say, but One Piece
Yeah,
kind of slacking.
Yeah, visual. They never fail with the visuals. It's
No,
so-
it was
so good.
Again, the Azure aura versus like the gold was just, it was so
It felt
was so
like-
saturated.
like we said it during watching it. It was like Dragon Ball. Like,
It was
li-
Dragon Ball. It was
literally.
Dragon Ball.
yeah.
I mean, we can't forget like when Tite Kubo was doing stuff and trying to get Bleach going. Akira Toriyama was the one who said, "Keep doing it."
Let's
He
not
said, "Keep doing it because it was good."
Forget that from Akira, the other three looked up to. So
Mm-hmm.
let's not even try.
No,
and-
but he told Tite to keep going with his story.
yeah, oh yeah.
He read it and was like, "Keep going, you got something."
Yeah.
here."
So of
Yeah.
course he'd be like, I'll probably just sprinkle it in for sure.
the whole like
and like
oh,
yeah, it was 100% like it was
it
easy.
was sick.
Yeah. But this episode was from front to back great.
Yeah.
Do we
Great.
want to go into
Let's move into
some
Dan, this episode was better.
better?
It wasn't weird.
The beginning was.
The beginning was
Beginning was.
kind of weird.
'Cause there was a
continued from the
continuation
first
from the
episode,
first
which was
episode.
really weird.
yeah.
But it did get better.
Yeah.
They wore clothes. I felt better about it.
I did.
Yeah,
It was not as weird.
Yeah.
that's my review for this
Except when-
episode.
except
I
when-
felt better
Except
about
when she was
watching it.
changing and he like ran in.
I didn't feel like if my mom walked in, I would feel really gross about what I was
Yes.
watching on my
Yeah.
screen.
Oh,
Okay,
100%.
that's what it was. Because
Yes.
like if I had the first episode up and my mom walked in, she'd be like, "We might need to send you to a mental institution. Like you might have some
need to go to
problems,
jail.
bro. Yeah, you might need to go to jail.
You know what I mean?
You need therapy."
Yeah.
Yeah. This episode was
It
good.
was a lot better.
Yeah.
A lot better.
Well, I mean, the first episode was good. It just had the weird things with
Sexualized
it.
thing.
Yeah,
It was
which was
odd.
like
It was odd.
unnecessary in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we know that the aliens just want
And I don't want
the
to hear
banana
anyone
organ.
being like,
Just
well,
want
that's
the
part of the
banana
story.
organ.
No, shut up.
And I think it's more lighthearted now, like the way they've moved into like the whole like I guess like banana organ thing and stuff. I feel like it's much more lighthearted and they're taking it in a lighter tone, whereas the first episode kind of felt very weirdly just sexual.
We need to reproduce.
Yeah, exactly. And you're like,
wait,
wait, let's
yeah.
not go that deep. Like,
Yeah.
I just want the banana organ is much easier than we want to reproduce with a
Yeah.
16-year-old. And you're like,
Yeah.
we need to
I
calm
don't
down.
care what species you are. That's just weird.
That's
Really?
that's
Yeah.
just, that shouldn't be an anime.
But we did get a preview of like Ken's new powers, I guess, or like,
Not a preview. They showed it.
yeah, they
They-
showed
that
they
was
showed-
like, sorry. Let me rephrase that. We saw it, but he can't hold it for.
No,
that
I mean
long.
this is just like every other shonen trope. Where
It
like
really
a
is.
power awakens. They can't hold it
And
for
I
long.
still think she should have died being thrown into a wall.
Yeah, okay, well, we'll get to there. You really like jumping the gun on this stuff. Calm down, buddy.
It pissed me off.
Calm down, okay? Good Lord. Anyways, we continue from the first episode. They decide they're going to go after Turbo Granny, but they can't because it's daytime and she kind of goes into a slumber during the daytime. So they kind of avoid that and they're like, let's go to my grandma's temple. Like, that's my home. Like, so we can get changed, whatnot. They go in. She goes in. She's fine. He takes a step and he gets set on fire.
Yep.
Fucking
Because there's a
gets
seal that his grandmother put up to ward off any bad demons.
Yokai.
And yokai. And he burns, and then they step out. They take off the that seal, and he's fine. So we know that he is still demon.
And he had some dope perm.
He did.
He did. He had the old granny perm.
Granny perm, which was sick.
Yeah.
And they head inside. They change up.
They have a little bit of a serious heart to heart.
But
yeah,
you know,
don't forget, she put the seal right in the door on the stand.
Yeah, she did.
Which was the key thing.
They had a callback to. But yeah, so they change. They talk about the gobbling weenies and if his weenie is gone, and his weenie is in fact gone. Very sad times.
He doesn't have a banana.
We must get back this boy's weenie.
Yes,
that's our mission.
That is the mission.
So.
And then he's like, "You were my first friend."
He's like, yeah. He's like, a person like you shouldn't be talking to like a nerd like me.
Yeah, and she's like, "Shut up! Don't talk like that." Like they have some heart to hearts.
Oh yeah.
They're like, she's like,
when the action isn't there, they do have like a friendly connection.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like I think she does kind of feel for him for sure. I mean, she has a crush on him for sure.
Oh yeah, easy, 100%.
But like he doesn't like how he talks himself down.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a big thing. I feel like there's a lot of people that kind of do that to themselves for no reason.
He definitely has some insecurities.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. And he was just like, this is the reason why I came after you and why why I decided to do the challenge because you were the first one to talk to me, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You know, and
so of course if she's like, go here, he's like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Right? 100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he they do have like a very heartfelt friendship that I do hope really gets kind of like
fleshed out more.
Oh yeah. Like I would love to just kind of see them.
It 100% will. And we're going to see more of that as we go on. But right after that heart to heart happens, the doorbell rings. But it's not the main doorbell.
Because there's two.
Because there's two doorbells.
Well, that's what she explains. Like they hear the doorbell ringing and it gets like faster and weirder. And
not even that, like outside of the door, you can see like just very ominous
shadow. Yeah. She explains that her grandmother set up two doorbells, one for normal people and one for when like spirits come about. Yeah, like yokai come about. And like, well, this was the second doorbell. And that was the other thing we forgot. She came to see her granny, but her granny was not home.
No.
Yeah, she was not there.
Which is something to take note of. And then they find out they run out the back door and they're like, oh, like where the hell is it? Like we should probably get out of here. But she realized, oh shit, the seal's not on the gate. So she grabs that. They go out like, we'll just put the seal back on the gate. They go outside and homie's like, there's a wall.
They get like enclosed.
Yeah.
In like a giant concrete box. And like what I love is the color starts to fade. So it's almost like a very black and white episode.
Yep.
But like pops of color. And I'm such a sucker for that because it looks so cool. Because it's all black and white, but there's like just splashes of just color randomly. I just think aesthetically it looks very cool.
Yeah.
Because it makes it pop more.
It does.
It gives a much more focus to what you're actually trying to focus on, and not as much focus to the background that might not be very interesting at the time. Yeah. But it's also a money saving tactic, so we'll see what they do with that.
And not to mention, they are coughing up blood.
They are. From all the black smoke. Where's the black smoke coming from?
Take it away.
What's his name? Sort of sumo alien dude.
Yep, sumo alien.
I didn't even get his name.
I didn't get his name. It's sumo.
I don't think he had one.
It was sumo alien dude. That's all we know.
Yeah, he looked kind of freaky. He looked kind of weird. Kind of Egyptian.
Esque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Egyptian sumo.
Yeah.
Question mark.
Yeah.
He had, just because of like the kind of the statue,
the headpiece.
Yeah,
kind of looked like the Sphinx head or something along the lines of that.
And then they realize it's not a spirit; it's an alien because the thing goes, "I want your banana organ."
Yeah, so it's like,
I want your banana
so
organ.
is he connected with the aliens in the first episode?
Well,
is this
yes,
a different one. XYZ.
He is because he makes a callback and he actually says, "You guys escaped with the banana organ." And that reference to the first
I
episode.
didn't
Yeah.
catch that.
So he did call back to that. I don't know. You guys might have been having a conversation at the time too, but he did make a call back to the fact that he is, yes, an alien.
Okay, so maybe the aliens in the first episode and him are maybe under or working for someone. Maybe, who knows?
We don't know.
right?
We don't know.
But anyway, we get into a fight.
We do.
Big
fight.
Not at first. It's more of like they're like, what do we do? Like shit. Like
Running
you
away.
can't transform. I don't know what to do. Panic.
Well, he can't transform, or he can't. She needs to keep her psychic powers on him for him to stay human, or else he's gonna turn into Turbo Granny.
Yeah.
Right. So she's got to focus on keeping him locked down, but there is a monster in the way. Then they're running around. He sees that his hand isn't turning back, and he realizes, wait,
But he can move it.
yeah, you can move it.
Yeah, and he's like, maybe I can control this.
I can control it. And he says, let off your power.
He's like, I'm not afraid of aliens, so I'll go out there and fight them. But I need you to
He's like, let it happen.
bring out
but
the physical prowess of
Yeah.
Turbo Granny, but try to keep her mentality
keep
locked.
my
Yeah.
mental block.
Yeah. So she kind of does that, and he transforms.
I like how they run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just like,
Oh yeah,
they're
that's
so
yeah.
silly. It's so wonderful.
It is nice because it kind of feels Mob Psycho-esque,
Yeah,
right? Very
I feel
Mob
like that was.
Psycho-esque.
I feel like that might have been the point.
Very much so.
You know, to give it that
Yeah.
little weirdness.
Yep.
Yeah,
And I like it. That
because
because
Mob
that-
Psycho also dealt with ghosts and aliens.
he did.
Hey.
He did. So yeah, it does feel very very much Mob Psycho-esque, but yeah, he actually does transform into a very weird.
It was kind of cool.
It's kind of cool. I like the design.
Yeah,
think
the
design's
mask that he
cool.
was wearing was like the teeth of the Turbo Granny.
Yeah.
Had the long hair, kind of
Yep,
like the
yep.
Turbo Granny.
But it was his face.
Yeah.
So it was like this of him, but then the hair and the mask of Turbo.
And it was like white hair that had like a red outline to it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, his whole like demeanor had like a red outline. So like
and his personality changed a bit too. He's like,
Yep.
yeah, I'm feeling more proud, but I'm depressed.
yo.
Yo.
I was like, yo.
Yeah.
And then he just keeps saying yo after every
And
sentence.
she's like, just shut the
He's
hell
a little too melancholy, and she's like, why are you like this?
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
What
Stop.
happened
Yeah,
to you?
yeah.
Like, what the hell?
Exactly.
But dude is strong.
He's fast.
Dude is fast.
extremely strong.
There's a kicker is his body can't handle it.
Of course. It's All Might all over again. It's Deku all over again.
It's a
It
big
looked
anime
cool for
trope.
sure.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And I think after he basically transforms, he goes to attack Sumo Man, and Sumo Man attacks him, but then he cuts off the Sumo Man's fingers.
Yeah.
Bites them off.
He
'cause had
bites
it,
them off, yeah.
He had it in his mouth.
How do you guys feel on the way that she kind of figured out how to defeat him? I thought it was very clever.
Very clever.
Yeah.
But again, like you said, she kind of got punched into a wall a bunch of times. She should have really died.
I'm gonna chalk it up to psychic powers, or
Psychokinesis?
psychokinesis powers, because
Sure.
that's that shit.
I mean, no, 100%. That's what
Yeah.
the explanation is going to be. But it's always like, oh, she just learned she had psycho powers 20 minutes ago.
I don't know. I find it kind of. I don't get how why they do this, but like they make them adapt really fast to their powers.
Yeah.
She's had like no training. She just figured this thing out. And she's like, wait, let me think about this. In the heat of the moment, she's like, yep, okay, you got the powers now.
Yep.
I'm like,
Yeah, because she's like, if I can control him with my left and then attack him with my right, it works. And I'm like,
that's some Ray from Star
like,
Wars kind of shit.
literally a couple hours ago during the night, you just found out you could do this and you haven't slept
Yeah.
or eaten.
Yeah.
So
She could have done something in the sense of like they could have distracted the sumo monster
So he
and got
can-
him to punch the hole, and then she jump into it. So she doesn't have this invulnerability that she just randomly has brought up upon herself.
because Sumo Guy picks her up and whips her into the wall, followed by a straight left hook.
multiple left and right hooks.
Oh, yeah.
Not even hooks, just straights. He's straight arming her. He's just fully putting all of his weight into her and destroying her. And she's just in the wall now.
And Ken's like, oh God.
and she's like, "Oh, you fell for my trap card. Now there's a hole, and we're outside of the gate."
And then she pulls the thing, and then since they're behind the Torii gate,
Yep.
homeboy just fucking lights up like a Christmas tree.
Which is also interesting because it's only supposed to happen for spirits. And this is an alien.
But they also said something about this in this episode as well, that these aliens and spirits are somehow
Similar.
connected.
They're kind of similar.
I caught that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So There is a connection there.
Something interesting. Yeah.
But right after they get out.
So a lot more questions.
Yeah.
Well, she actually passes out from exhaustion after this fight. After they get out of this cube.
Oh yeah. So step back a bit. Him burning was like a manga panel.
It was a manga panel.
Very
You are right.
interesting.
Yeah. It was the
sumo guy.
Oh, the
Sumo-
yeah.
Pointed that out.
Yeah, it's just they just scrolled up on a manga panel.
I thought it was kind of
I thought it was
interesting.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I know you wanted to see like.
I was
anime.
just like, man, that's such. You've used so many money saving tactics that I'm seeing in this episode. You ain't got color.
And then after that,
Doing this?
disappointed with the animation.
Like, come on, man.
we get back to like the daytime outside. They're outside of the Torii gate, and she's like, "Yeah," and then passes out.
Yep.
And then he's like, "Oh my god!" And then something happens.
He starts to transform
into
Into full turbo granny.
But like he
It was like all red.
transformed like, and he grew.
Yeah,
He
it
was,
was
like,
weird. He was like a
Bent
backwards,
and grotesque, and his mouth was like he.
and
really,
she's like
he-
right under him.
Yeah, he like
so,
really transformed.
Yeah. So
and that's where it ends.
I have a
That's where it
theory
ends.
though.
a game theory.
And that's a game theory. I have a thought theory. I think maybe he transformed and he's protecting her because someone we can't see has like approached and he is in that form to protect
That's very positive
her.
of you.
That's a very positive outlook.
I don't think that at all
I don't think that. at all.
Hey, I'm just
because he can't control it.
I
That's
know.
Turbo Granny.
I know, but I'm throwing out there. You guys, I'm probably wrong,
Hey,
but I'm just
Hey, it's
throwing it out
his
there.
theory. I'm gonna let him ride with it because it is technically a possibility.
fair.
Like we don't know.
Sure.
We have no
Yeah.
idea what's
Okay.
gonna happen because
Okay.
there's no backstory to these powers.
Like maybe the
What-
grandma just like randomly showed up and then he excuse me, and then Turbo Granny I guess sensed the grandma's essence and then transformed, and then since they've kind of made a connection, he has transformed in the sense to protect Momo instead of eating her.
That is very hopeful. That's a very hopeful theory.
Very hopeful
See, because
theory.
like what we do, my thing is like we know that Turbo Granny just wants to take over. There's no rhyme or reason.
No.
behind it.
But-
She doesn't want to take over. She wants to gobble weenies.
Whatever.
Let's be real.
Okay, whatever. But it's like, we know that she just comes out if what's that girl's name?
Momo.
Momo isn't controlling.
Yes.
Momo Ayase.
Like she'll just take over Occult Kun's body.
But since he transformed into like the half
Okarun. I believe?
Okarun is what she's calling it.
since he transformed into like the half thing where he kind of has control.
He didn't transform. She forced him to
Oh,
transform.
pardon me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe like there's a part of him that he's like, maybe I can fight this. And
I think
can
that's too
control
soon.
it.
That'd be way too soon.
I'm throwing it out there. That's just my theory. So yeah.
I just feel like it's too soon for that. Like I don't think it's there yet.
Well,
I
hey,
think
she has full control of her powers now.
I think by like season 2 that might be a thing.
Fair.
Yeah, I feel like that's what'll happen. Is by season 2 he'll be able to control some aspects of it, but not all of it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Just like on the fly.
sort of.
Transfer-
Yeah.
yeah.
Sort of. Yeah. But yeah.
Good
That-
episode overall. Good episode. Liked it. Enjoyed it. Looking forward to the second one.
Yeah, for
Or
sure.
third one.
Third one. Yeah.
But then
It just gets, I'm hoping it'll just keep getting better.
I think it will.
Yeah.
I have faith. I have hope.
Yeah.
But we also watched Dragon Ball Daima.
Daima.
Diama.
What did you think? You've never watched any Dragon Ball. This is literally your
Okay.
first exposure to Dragon Ball.
I'm giving complete
I mean, when we were
honest opinions.
playing Sparking Zero, he called the Final Flash Kamehameha.
I know he
I don't know
did.
if you caught that.
I know he did.
I almost hit
no,
him.
I chose to ignore
I
it.
have zero knowledge of
Dragon
this
Ball.
show of Dragon
And
Ball.
this is
because
the
I've really
first
not
show
watched
we're
it.
making him watch with no context, no
Yeah.
background information, no lore built up
Nope.
about anything.
Nope.
So he's just watching this,
You made me watch this raw.
yeah, with nothing.
True.
Raw. With
Yeah.
nothing.
So I just want your honest opinion.
I needed baby oil because I didn't know what the hell was going
Yeah,
on, and
that's what I
I
kinda
didn't.
figured.
I didn't like it. It did nothing for me.
Yeah.
There's it elicited no reaction from me.
I think
at
on
all.
your off time when you're at work, you should start watching episodes of like. You don't even.
I
need-
mean,
It's like so.
we did get his opinion on sub versus dubbed Goku, and he hates the sub.
he does.
I do hate Sub Goku sucks. Sub Goku sucks, dude. Like That old woman, like, I know you guys are giving her credit because she's doing her best that she can.
She's been doing it for a long
She's been doing it since like day one.
Oh yeah, no, fair enough. But she's doing the best she can. But I'm sorry, it's dog. Like
can.
That was so
it's
bad.
so bad,
For
dude.
years.
It's so bad.
Can't leave her alone, dude.
She's been Goku for years.
She's
man.
so dog, dude. I understand why every single person watches it in dub now because, like, it's a 44-year-old man who is speaking like a 98-year-old grandma. Like, I'm sorry, it just doesn't make sense. Like, the casting is horrible. She's great. Not for this. There needs to be another person.
Well, tell that to like the rest of the world because they haven't recasted her, dude.
yeah,
They
yeah.
haven't
I don't
Which is
think
crazy
I
to
think
think
they
about.
haven't recasted her just because nobody watches it and they don't want to pay anyone anymore. They're just like,
people do watch it. What are you talking
no,
about?
in sub. I don't think anybody watches in sub. Every single person I've ever talked to who watches Dragon Ball watches in dub.
Well, I would say
Mainly.
North America, Europe definitely watches it in dub. Like,
Yeah.
but like Spain, Mexico, they watch it in Spanish. I feel like India and stuff will watch it in English. They ain't watching that in like,
No.
yeah, they ain't watching it. But
Dude,
like,
I saw the there was an Arab version of like I can't remember what it was. I think it was there was an anime that had like a charge up power punch. I think it was My Hero, and I think it was like Deku going in, and the Arab dude says Allahu Akbar, and then he punches, and the comments were like, "Yo, this kind of goes hard."
yeah.
I'm gonna start watching everything in Arabic.
Anyways, Dragon Ball Daima aired
Yes, it did.
on the 11th,
I did.
and we watched it today.
We did.
Yep.
What did you think?
I think there was a lot of callbacks for sure in like the first bit. It was kind of cool to just see like the little history and stuff. The connections they made is insane because we're talking the newest show and they went to like the fucking first show.
Yeah,
Which is crazy.
and that's what I was talking to you about. Like,
Yeah.
so the show starts off with like two brand new characters. They're watching the history of like what's going on
Yeah.
in the world of.
It was
Dragon
kind of
Ball.
cool.
Yeah, like they started with the Boo saga because they wanted to see what was going on. They talked like they knew Babidi and Dabura.
Yeah.
and then you learn in there that they're from the demon realm,
Which we learned is Daima.
and that they found it crazy that Babidi got hold of King Dabura.
Yeah.
They were like, that shouldn't have
They're
happened.
like, what the hell?
They saw them release Majin Buu. They freaked out. They saw Babidi get murdered. They were happy because they were afraid that he was going to come back with Buu and like wipe out the demon world, which was kind of nuts. You learned that dude who looks like Supreme Kai, it's actually Supreme Kai's younger brother.
which revelation.
Revelation. You learn that like they have a sister. Who's also
Again,
in the
a
demon world.
revelation.
They see the Namex, they see the Dragon Balls. They're like, wait, they have 7 Dragon Balls? We only have 1. What the
hell?
You were like,
They
wait,
have 3 wishes?
You're like, yeah, they have 3 wishes. We only get 1. And then you see that like, you learn that the Demon Realm has their own Dragon Balls.
Yeah.
You
and they're
learn-
like, his name is Shenron? What the hell? Ours isn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
and
crazy.
then you learn too that the Namex came, the Namekians came from the Demon world, which is a big. This first episode had world building and back lore building because they tied that to the very first to Dragon Ball original with Demon King Piccolo, and now it makes sense because they never really touched on that. They in Dragon Ball it was just known as Piccolo's a demon.
Yeah.
And then he made his children, which were demons.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, but then you learn in Dragon Ball Z, Piccolo's what's called a Namekian. They're an alien race. And you're like, okay, but they never to go back and touch on Demon King Piccolo making those other demons. But this show has established they are demons. They're from the demon realm. Now it all makes sense. People that had questions about are they those demons that King Piccolo made, or are they demons or are they Namekians? They're demons.
They're fucking demons.
All of the Namekians are demons. They're from the demon world.
They're fucking demons.
And it's cool because Akira Toriyama in other works, like in like online games and stuff, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, there's always demons involved from the demon realm. And now he's bringing it to his mainline canon. This is canon for him now. R.I.P. Akira Toriyama. Yeah. This was an exciting episode for me.
It was.
For me, it was an exciting episode because it gave a lot of like backlog lore.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it just really. It's funny because when he made like he's got a history of not remembering things. Like when he made Goten and Trunks, like Kid Trunks, they didn't have tails, and people were like, where are their tails? Because half Saiyans do have tails. Akira Toriyama in an interview was like, I forgot they had tails. Literally, he's like, I forgot.
My bad, pimp. I'm sorry, dog.
He's like, oh well, like we'll just keep going with it, I guess.
That's so funny.
So it was cool to see him bring this back, and like, I don't know, everything about this was like, okay, this is a new adventure. We're getting into it. We get introduced to like a Namekian that stayed in the demon realm, who hasn't seen other Namekians for thousands of years.
Who made the Dragon Balls in the demon world?
Yes. And he's got a lot of power, a lot of
and made
knowledge.
the protectors of said Dragon Balls,
he
who are
made
apparently demons.
He made 3 protectors so people wouldn't use the Dragon Ball for some reason.
Yeah.
God knows why. We get into like them escaping or going into the real world to get those Dragon Balls so they can, I guess, like the sister put into their minds, oh, well, they'll just come here and wipe us out. They're like, we're not going to let that happen. Yeah. Like, they're clearly afraid. They're not really menacing. They're more like mischievous creatures.
Yeah.
Well, they just like, they saw them kill Majin Buu, and they were like, yo, this thing killed that legend. They could kill us. Like, they could kill all of us.
Yes.
Like, I don't know if you saw what I saw, but like, they're going to come here and take it all over.
I like how like they were kind of doing homework too on like who's strongest and like how we can summon the dragon. That's so funny.
There was so and I think that's what people kind of tend to forget after watching Dragon Ball Z. Like, Dragon Ball Z has some silly moments, but it's more of a serious anime for Akira Toriyama.
Oh yeah.
OG Dragon Ball was a silly and fun adventure that had serious moments, but it was more about having fun. It was Goku and his friends going on an adventure to collect the Dragon Balls and make a wish. And that was it. And along the lines, they got into some serious battles for sure, but it was a fun adventure. And that's what this work is kind of reflecting with Akira Toriyama going back to his roots for that. That's what I feel is what's going on.
And that makes sense.
Yeah. Like, I'm sure we'll get some serious moments.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
Because that will happen, but we'll see a lot more playful silliness, I think.
Which I'm cool with.
Yeah. Which I'm kind of excited for.
Yeah.
The animation is great.
It's very clean.
It
reminds me of Super. Oh, sorry, the movie. The
film. So Dragon Ball Super Superheroes, which you came to watch with us,
I did.
They used a different sort of like CGI 2D format. Like, that's what they were doing with it. It was a brand new thing that they built specifically for that movie, and they wanted to see how it went. I personally was not a big fan of it.
It was okay.
Yeah. But with this, it's kind of seemed like they incorporated that with more 2D imaging, and it looks a lot better. It was good. Like, it was not bad animation from what I've seen. I just didn't. I wouldn't say like it's anything peak or anything like that, but it's really good. Like, it doesn't feel like there's any flaws in it. No, it was a crispy,
very fluid,
clean animation.
Yeah,
style.
it was. It was. I'll give you that.
I don't think if you want to compare it to Bleach, I think Bleach is definitely still the better.
Yeah, and
peak animation.
That's like, I can't compare it to older Dragon Balls or anything because I really haven't watched anything other than that movie, right? So I'm comparing to peers like it, like Bleach, right? And when I look at Bleach, I do think it is better, but it's not like Dragon Ball Daima is bad. It's like its own. It feels very nostalgic of that older Dragon Ball that I've seen. Like I've seen clips of Dragon Ball, obviously. So when I do look at it, it's like, oh, it does feel like it's paying a really good homage and like almost just scaling everything up.
Yeah, now that they've done so they showed like clips of like older scenes that they redid for this specific animation, like Trunks fighting Super Buu and then Gohan fighting Super Buu, and then you get the Gohan flying forward really fast, and you get like the black streaks coming into his face. That's like Akira Toriyama style of like movement speed, that's him portraying. I was like, oh my god, this is so sick. I was like,
it's cool, like seeing when an anime has been around for so long and then it gets like a fresh new.
Like an upgrade. It's an upgrade. And that's what it is.
And then when you see older scenes that have the new art style, it's like, fuck, that's so cool. Yeah. And like seeing that one, seeing Goku Spirit Bomb Kid Buu, Majin Vegeta, Boo, Bobbity, just seeing all those
little
moments.
fight between Majin Vegeta and Goku Super Saiyan 2.
Fuck.
Dude. Yeah. Such a good fight. God. Bleach and Dragon Ball Daima. It's a good time to be alive. It's a good time to be alive. But then we get like go back and we get to the real world. Like Goku, they're celebrating Trunks' birthday. They're eating. Goku and Vegeta do a little sparring match after they eat.
The beam battle was kind of cool.
Yes, it was. He did his Gala gun.
He did.
Goku did his little version of Kamehameha. And it made it look like he beat Vegeta for the first time.
He did.
That's what they made it look like. But there was no conclusion because it was just a punch to the face. We didn't actually see Vegeta go down.
A nice punch to the face.
Yes. They're keeping that illusion that Vegeta never lost. I like it. I dig it.
He will never admit it.
Yeah. And then you get like they go back to Kami's tower, which is where Dende and Mr. Popo are. And Mr. Popo's like, looks like they're having fun. Should we go down there? Mr. Popo. He's like, no, we have a responsibility. Like, we can't go down.
Yeah.
And then they arrive.
Like boop. They just kind of like appear.
And then he was like, you were right. Something did happen. like, of course.
Oh shit, there you go.
Yeah. They come out, they're like, bring out the old Namekian. They're like, we want your Dragon Balls. We want to make a wish.
I love how dude's like, hey, we're here for the Dragon Balls. And then he's like, okay.
Yeah, he's like,
okay, cool.
Oh, what do you want me to do?
They're still stone, dude. So what do you want us to do?
Like, you can't make a wish right now.
And then the small guy's like, wait, he can find them. And then the old guy's just like,
Yeah, the old guy summoned the Dragon Balls in their stone form.
Homie was just like, so he like walked up to the edge and he's like, oh, they're still in stone. Oh, well, fuck it. Snaps, essentially. And they're just like,
yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's not good.
No.
Because that has never happened.
Never.
It's always been like an arc for one ball.
Yeah.
For one of the balls.
Yeah.
And there's death involved.
Yes.
Right? So for Homeboy to just be like, huzzah, and then like
he could be God.
This old dude?
Yeah.
I mean, like.
He could be God.
Well, I have a feeling he's definitely older than
time itself.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Good Lord. No, like who is
His
the
power
Grand
is
Elder
world-breaking, though.
on Namek, the bigger Namekian?
Yeah.
I think he's got to be about the same age or older than him for sure.
Because is it Demon King Goma?
Gomra, yeah.
Yeah,
They know
he even said, he's like, do this and I'll put another 1,000 years on your life.
Yes, and they knew about Purunga, which was the Namekian Dragon Balls.
Yeah.
They didn't know Earth had their own Dragon Balls.
No, they were like, Shenron, what the hell?
Yeah, I
I thought
thought
have a Dragon Ball.
Yeah, and they were like surprised that they called it Shenron and not Purunga.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's definitely a thing there. And this dude is pretty damn old.
shit.
It makes me wonder if he knows about like the Super Dragon Balls, which
Homeboy knows something.
yeah.
So
So he calls up the Dragon Balls. He's able to rewind time on the Dragon Balls so they can make another wish for it.
yeah, he like just basically just takes all the
He waved his hand in a counterclockwise motion over the Dragon Balls.
and it sped up time, which was insane to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they made another wish.
I
Like
like
I'm
how
saying, like he's world breaking, realistically.
At this point, yeah, he kind of is. Yeah.
I like how I think it was Dende's like, you guys don't know how to do it, and then the Supreme Kai's brother's like, actually, I have notes.
Yeah. He's like, I did my homework. I have these.
And then he's like, no, please don't do it.
Yeah. They freak out. You know
So many
what was interesting is when he was talking to Dende about about him being from the demon realm.
Yeah.
He got cut off.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. He's like, your ears are pointy and blah, and he got cut off. I
Yeah,
was like,
there's a lot of like questions, right?
yeah.
So with their homework, they summon Shenron, and a wish is made.
Yep.
And the wish kind of kickstarts this entire show.
Yeah.
essentially.
Brand new adventure because they get turned into kids.
Yeah. So Goma's like, fucking turn all the people that killed Boo into kids. And then Shenron's like, well, what if they have kids? And like, turn them to fucking babies. Yeah.
And they're like, okay.
And then he goes, okay, and then fucking boo. And then back at the party, Chi-Chi drops Bulma drops her glass and she's like, and then Chi-Chi falls, and then like Goku and Vegeta are like kind of,
yeah.
and then the credits roll, and I'm like, damn it, I want to see them as kids. So yeah, do you think they might retain their power and just be, or like they'll have to kind of like,
No, yeah, definitely.
You're gonna see like an Ultra Instinct Kid Goku.
Like this is already a parallel to like Dragon Ball GT.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because in Dragon Ball GT, Goku gets wished, like Emperor Pilaf wishes on the Black Star Dragon Balls to turn Goku back into a kid.
Yeah.
That wasn't his original purpose, but it ended up being like, I wish you were a kid so I could mess you up. And then the Black Star Dragon Ball, the dragon is also Shenron. He's red, turns him into a kid.
Yeah.
And then they do their whole adventure. So it's kind of reminiscent of like there's parallels.
Yeah.
There's definitely parallels.
There's a connection I want to make to the next thing we're going to talk about, but I want to finish this up first.
Yeah. And like, and if people are wondering like where this is taking place, it's literally right after the Boo saga, but before the Battle of the Gods.
The reason why I asked you that is because when they were, I guess, watching time and watching the Bubbity and the Dabura thing, I'm like, where the fuck is this in the timeline? And then they swap screens, and I'm like, oh, it's a flashback. Got it. Okay, because I thought it was in there, but it's after Boo,
Correct,
but before
Battle of the Gods.
Super?
Before Battle of the Gods, which is where Beerus comes in. So yes,
So in that little pocket.
it's
Interesting.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, so he won't have UI then?
No,
He won't.
he'll have Super Saiyan 1, 2,
2 and 3.
3.
Interesting.
Yeah. So we'll see Super Saiyan 3 Kid Goku again.
I mean, that's yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. It'll be cool.
Cool. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I'm excited to see.
It's been forever since we've had like a weekly Dragon Ball anime.
Yeah.
So it feels like high school all over again
Yeah.
to be like
Yeah.
fucking Dragon Ball's on. Yeah,
Run back
Dragon Ball
after
Day.
school.
Yeah.
I record the episodes in case we missed
Yeah.
it.
All right. So it's cool. I'm excited for you to kind of like just get like a taste of Dragon Ball because like Dragon Ball is, if you're into anime, at some point in time you will hear Dragon Ball. Like
no. You
whether
don't
you
even
like it or
have
not.
to be in the anime
Yeah,
community
you know what?
to have
Pardon
heard
me. Yeah,
of
you don't even
Dragon
have
Ball.
to. Dragon Ball is it's just like a
If you're
thing.
alive, you've probably heard of Dragon Ball.
Literally, yeah. 'Cause
Like if you want to get some content, like you don't like I said, you don't have to watch original Dragon Ball. I can just fill you in with that. Like it's not necessary. Dragon Ball Z, like this is gonna stem a lot from Dragon Ball Z stuff.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so just watch Dragon Ball Z Kai because they
Sean
cut,
just grabs a book. So where do I start?
Yeah.
because it cuts out all the filler. They've shortened episodes. It's got better dialogue in the dub as well. So like it'll just blast right through.
I mean, fair enough. When I get the time, I'll watch it.
Like-
but it's a big commitment because like right now there is a lot of anime going on. Like I've even had to stop like Hajime no Ippo for a little
Yeah.
bit. I've had to stop a lot of the animes that I am watching just because like now I'm so filled in on like there's anime coming out, like there's like 4 episodes that come out on Saturdays now. And I gotta now I gotta go home and watch. I gotta watch Blue Lock because the new episode of Blue Lock came out. ReZero episode 3 is gonna be coming out. We have like Uzumaki episode 3 is gonna be coming out in a few days. Like I gotta watch all these shows. It's like finding the time to like throw in more shows now is difficult. But it's a good problem to have and a bad problem to have because right now,
Watch everything in 1.5 times speed.
yeah, basically, I'll just miss everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, eventually I do plan on watching it. It is like I've watched most of Naruto. I still need to finish that, but I also want to watch Dragon Ball eventually. Eventually, I do want to watch One Piece, but it's like these are big commitments that I got to make because it's big anime lists
For sure.
right? So eventually I'll get there, but
I'd ask you your thoughts on Daima, but it's pretty obvious what you think. And we learned that Daima means demon,
Yes.
so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, which makes sense now
It
because
does, yeah.
it's coming from the demon realm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
But yeah, what I wanted to make the connection with is we also got Dragon Ball Sparking Zero.
Which dropped on the same day.
And in the game, Daima Goku and I think GT Goku and Goku have dialogue.
I've heard about
Yeah,
this.
like I think it's with GT Goku, he goes, "Hey, you're like me and also tiny." And then Daima Goku is like, "Yeah, but I'm the better one," kind of thing.
Oh,
and then with Goku is like, "Hey, you're me, but I'm taller." And then Daima goes, "Yeah, you are taller." Weird. It's just like it's cool. It's the interactions in that game between people is really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah. So we also got Sparking Zero. You have it. Thoughts on it so far?
It feels like home.
Feels like
It feels like nothing changed really all too much.
yeah.
They have a lot of better like cool dodge animations now because they're
Yeah.
actually like from like the anime and stuff, which is really sick.
Yeah.
The beam battles, thank God, is not a part of the analog sticks because I feel like you'd go through so many controllers at that point. They
Yeah.
changed it to
the amount
like,
of comments I've seen of like people have their controller and the thumbsticks off and they're like worth it.
yeah,
I'm just like,
Yeah.
so good.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the what ifs are kind of cool too. Like I haven't gotten that deep into it yet.
I've seen a couple like custom battles and like what if moments. I've seen one custom battle where it's Vegito versus Gogeta, Super Saiyan Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and then Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. It's like who's the better fusion type thing. So it's like you have to play as Vegito and then like just try and tank all 4 of them. I've seen a couple of customs. The what ifs are cool.
Yeah,
the what ifs are cool.
I would assume so.
Yeah.
It gives you a little bit.
It's been hot. It's been doing hot numbers too.
Yeah, it's got a really high player count right now, like 120,000 players on Steam.
I'm not surprised
for a fighting game.
It's probably gonna be fighting game of the year.
I've heard this is contender of like if
Game
not
of the
fighting
year.
gamer, if not fighting game of the year, game of the year.
Yeah,
It might be a contender to get in there. I just don't see a fight. Fighting games notoriously never win. So
but the Dragon Ball community might just pull together and be like, we're voting for this. It's happening.
your energy.
Yeah.
See.
Straight up. Your energy.
I think it will be a contender for sure.
I'm gonna make like 30,000 accounts and just vote for it. Just bot it
Vote
out.
refresh. Vote refresh.
Yeah, straight up, man.
But yeah, also with Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, there is a boss apparently that is rolling everyone.
Oh yeah. So this has been
and Bandai Namco's like, get good.
Since the day it came out and people got to that point, Great Ape Vegeta has been it's like steamrolling mode. And the people are complaining, they're crying like it's too hard.
This game is too hard.
And like OG players like, this is how it's always been.
Just don't suck, dog.
Yeah, straight up. Like, don't be a bitch. We're not. Like they're telling Bandai not to nerf it. They complained to Bandai. Bandai posted, well, just turn down the difficulty. A win's a win.
A win's a win, dog.
Yeah. They're like, like OG fans like, that's what's up. Like, don't nerf anything.
Yeah.
And like OG fans like, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Like,
yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Just shut up.
Literally just get better.
Get good, man.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Like, I have not played it, but
no, the thing is, it's like, it's weird because like if there's a difficulty scaler, you can't be asking for them to nerf something because like if the difficulty, it's like if you complained about Elden Ring, you have a much better argument where like some people
have,
can't.
and then Elden Ring has nerfed some bosses, and I've talked about this prior, but I just think it's like a disrespectful thing for the game.
See, the thing is,
nerf
to have a standard
something for people.
Well, to have a standardized like difficulty setting is a dumb thing because everyone plays the game at different speed, right? Not everybody has time to go and master Elden Ring. Doesn't have 170,000 hours to go and just learn the absolute best button presses to do during a fight and get to a picture perfect unlimited one shot kill win, right? No, not everybody has the time to do that. Some people just want to play the game.
Yeah. Hence why they have difficulty levels in Dragon Ball. If you can't play it on normal mode, if normal mode is too hard for you,
let your ego go easy.
Drop it down to easy. Be a bitch and play it on easy.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna be honest though. I'll be a bitch.
Yeah.
If I was gonna play it,
look, if you're asking for a nerf, drop down to easy. Don't suck.
Yeah,
and then
that's the thing.
And then beat him. Go back up.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Right?
I had to do that.
If you're feeling confident, maybe come back.
Yeah.
When I went to fight the Valkyrie Queen the first time in God of War, okay? I spent 2 hours.
I put it on easy.
Like 3 hours.
I ain't gonna lie.
I swear
I hated it.
After 3 hours on freaking normal mode, I couldn't beat it. I had to drop it to easy. I had to. And then I went back and I beat that bitch. I beat her so hard. I went back and I beat her on the hardest difficulty. Not give me God of War because I'm not an absolute sociopath with my life.
But you beat her on easy no more than hard?
No, I beat her on the second hardest difficulty.
I will say, age has crept up. I don't have the dexterity to go as fast as I used to.
Fair.
Like I can feel it in my fingers. It's not a good feeling.
And that's
like, you're getting old. Like at that point, like,
no, and that's okay.
shit.
The thing is, we just need the option of that setting.
Fair.
And that's
but
what
I'm just saying from like a personal experience.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you grow up with Budokai, you're like ready to get in there, and it's like, shit. Like I feel slow all of a sudden, man. You know, you kind of
Have to
like
crack your fingers a bit.
yeah, like take a few painkillers, like inject some cortisone shots in my fingers. Yeah, but
Shotgun a freaking monster and then just start playing. You know what I mean?
and what the other thing I like about this game is, yeah, they have like a season pass. You're gonna unlock more characters, but the characters that is in the base game, they give you the option of you can either buy them out, you know, if you want to, or play the game and you can unlock them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dope. That's a great option to have.
Do you have a character that you're eager to unlock?
Yeah, Gogeta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Both Super Saiyan 4 and Blue.
do you have to like play online to get certain characters or anything?
No, all offline.
All offline?
All offline.
Yeah,
And there's a difficulty
you could
scale,
play-
dude. The game is already that's perfect.
Yeah.
You could play like through someone's story unlock. You could play like an offline tournament against CPUs and like win, and you get like random characters. I've seen that too.
Yeah. The other cool thing that they brought back, which was a staple in there, was like being able to summon the dragons. So you get other stuff, but they brought all 3 dragons into it. So I'm kind of curious about that. Yeah. So Shenron will give you like money, some power items, things like that. I don't know what Purunga does exactly because I haven't unlocked the Dragon Balls for that yet. But Omega, like Super Shenron or Mega Shenron, no, Super Shenron, which is like the God Dragon, like you can unlock characters if you gather his Dragon Balls. So you don't have to.
I think that's how you unlock.
I think it might be certain characters that you can only unlock by summoning him.
I think one of them is it might be Goku Black and or Zamasu. I've heard.
Yes, that is. Yes, yes.
Yeah. I've heard Fuse Zamasu is elite.
Could be.
He's elite.
I'm excited for you to play it because I do want I want to hear
You should
your
play with me.
I'm
You should
not a
play it with me.
First off, hold on. There's 2 negatives on this. I'm not a Dragon Ball fan, and I'm not a fighting game fan. So this is like the exact opposite. I've played the games in the past on
You will
PS2,
be.
and I did enjoy them.
That's the best part because if you beat him, then you could be like, "What, bitch?"
Yeah, but I really don't care about that. That's the thing. Like fighting games elicit no fun out of me. I have no idea why. I've tried so many
Because
times.
he gets beat and he gets me angry.
No, I just don't. I've played
You
Mortal
play,
Kombat.
like, one match, you beat him, and he goes,
Fuck this game.
rematch. It's hooked.
I won't care. I guarantee you I won't care because I'm not competitive in fighting games because I know I'm not good.
Yeah.
Obviously because I just don't play them.
Yeah.
And I don't play them because I actually don't
I would love
enjoy
like
playing them.
once you get better and like if I ever get the chance to like get good, I'd love to have just like a tournament.
That'd be
And
cool.
yeah,
I'll be done.
$50 buy-in.
Done. Done. Let's do it.
Oh my, the confidence is crazy.
I'm not
No
in that.
Yajirobe though.
Yeah, no, Roby's off
Yeah,
the
no,
table.
off the
That
table.
dude's just too cheap, man.
Goddamn senzu bean.
Forget it. Oh god. But yeah, Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, Dragon Ball Daima.
Dragon Ball's back.
Good. Yeah. Yeah.
Dragon Ball's
Anime's back. This is a
Yeah.
big season. This is a big season for anime.
There's a lot of good
Oh
stuff.
no! We've
Oh,
been
no.
going for so long.
Well, I guess it's telling us to end of the episode. And
What are we sitting at?
I don't know. That's
probably an hour 30. I feel like we're sitting at quite a ways.
hour 27.
Oh,
Perfect.
you know what? That is a good spot to end
That's a
it.
good
I think.
spot to end it.
Like we were going to talk about some, but we can save it for a different pod.
Yeah. I think we had a good time on this
Yeah,
one.
I think we did. Like, there's good animes, some decent games. This
yeah.
was another anime pod.
It was.
This was another. We didn't get
Was.
too
Not
too
much,
much.
not a lot of gaming news.
No,
it was
not
like sparking.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
that's the only one that matters.
Yeah,
That's the only
It
one
kinda
that
ties in with
matters.
the anime because
That's the only one that matters.
Other than that, not much. I mean, a couple games came out. Not much of anything.
Refan to Zero.
Did you
Yeah.
Did you guys hear
Metaphor.
about Craven More? The game Craven More.
No, I don't care. Anyways, we're gonna end it here because I know where he's going with this. Thank you for checking us out. Thank you for watching.
I almost got you
Don't
this
forget
time.
to like, subscribe, and comment. It always helps us out, and we appreciate the people that do comment, even those random bots that just leave names. A comment's a comment.
Okay,
I'm gonna take it.
engagement's engagement.
Yeah.
Engagement's
Right?
engagement.
Correct.
We
Yeah.
love you guys. Thank you guys for
Ciao,
watching
ciao.
this episode of the PodSack podcast. We love you guys. Sack Squad.
Out.
Out. Peace.